Market Fatafat and getting you all the buzzers in trade today. And for that, let me get on board Osho Krishan, who's the Chief Manager, Technical and Derivative Research, Angel One, joining us on the technicals. And from our research team, we're joined by Kanishka and Ravinder. Hi, good afternoon to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, coming to you first, then Osho, Aarti Industries is the name that you've picked out for us. Now, tell us why Aarti Industries. If I look at the chart for Aarti, it has in the last 6 months, it has given very minimal gains of almost 6%, but it hasn't really done much. So from here on, do you see this moving up now?
Very good afternoon to all of you. Well, yes, technically we are witnessing a kind of a reversal on the daily formation of Aarti industry, because after a very long period, approximately after nearly 8 months, the counter have emerged above the 200-day simple moving average, which is a very positive sign for a technical perspective. So I am expecting that in the coming future, there is a possibility of giving a breakout in the counter. Currently, it is hovering at a very strong resistance, which is the 200-day simple moving average, but near about 465 to 470 is the support zone. So I'm expecting that in the coming future, there is a high possibility for this counter to have a kind of a counter trend. And on the higher end, I'm expecting a target of nearly 540 to 560 from medium term perspective. So overall, this is a chance where one can start accumulating the counter for a better ROI in this counter, and I'm expecting a kind of a decent resurgence in the coming period.
All right, moving on then to the next counter, which is Glenmark Pharma, that was trading up 1% in trade today. It is on the back of the fact that IGI, or Ichnos Glenmark Innovation, a biotech joint venture between Glenmark Pharmaceuticals and Ichnos Sciences, has shared positive results for phase 1 global study. Now, the experiment treatment is aimed at relapsed or refractory multiple myeloma, a blood cancer affecting bone marrow. Now, the company has presented the data at the 2025 ASCO annual meeting in Chicago with unprecedented potency and tolerability. The ISB 2001 has the potential to redefine the treatment landscape for RRMM, and on the back of this positive development coming in on the medical front, Glenmark Pharma is in focus today. It has given up those morning gains, but nonetheless trading with gains of 0.8%.
Okay, so that's the take on Glenmark Pharma. Positive news for coming in, and the street is reflecting that sentiment. But let's move on from there, and Osho talk to us about Affle India, a stock that you've picked out for us on the charts. Amid a largely sideways market, it's still holding on to some shade of green today. Tell us what's the outlook going ahead, because 1786 is where the stock is trading at right now.
See, currently the counter is at have seen kind of a more than 61.8% of retracement. That the fall we have witnessed from the zone of 1850 towards the lows of approximately 1380, 1360 kind of a zone. So in the past 3 months, there has been some positive development in the counter, and it has emerged above all its exponential moving average, and also is nearing its lifetime high zones of 1850 odd levels. So overall, the technical structure is very positive on a broader term time frame. The counter still hovers in a higher lows formation, which is a very positive development on the technical front. So I am expecting that in the short term, 1850 to 1860 is the immediate target for the counter, and any breakthrough above the zone of 8060 on a decisive manner can bring a lot of fresh momentum in this counter. So one should definitely keep a very strong watch in this counter, and any breakthrough above 1860 can provide very ample amount of opportunity for a better ROI in the coming times.
Bullish outlook on Affle India by Osho. Let's move on and talk about a stock that's nose diving in today's trade, and it's a 10% cut coming in on Yes Bank as we speak, because Yes Bank, there are 3 reasons why the stock is taking a knock in today's trade. First of all, 3% of the company's equity has changed hands in 52 bunch trades. Now we'll get more details about the buyers and the sellers of these block deals after market close today and in the evening. So watch out for that, and we'll bring you more details on this tomorrow as well. But 52 block trades is what we've seen, wherein 3% equity has changed hands for Yes Bank. Secondly, and the most important reason why the stock is tanking today, is Yes Bank has clarified that it is not aware of any discussions about Sumitomo Mitsui seeking an RBI license to set up a wholly owned arm as part of their plan to acquire a controlling stake in the bank. It has also stated that the reports of roadmap talks with the RBI are factually incorrect, and the bank will make disclosures as per regulatory requirements when necessary. This is the clarification that they've issued, and on the back of this, the stock is 10% lower. And lastly, the board is also expected to meet today to mull fundraising. So any announcement on that front also we'll keep you updated about. But well, yes, three reasons why the stock is taking a hit. It's a block deal, and the second and the most important reason, the clarification that they are not aware of any stake acquisition by SMBC is the reason the stock is trading lower today.
All right, so that's the reason why the stock is trading lower today. But coming to you, Osho, Federal Bank is the name that you've picked out for us. On the charts, tell us what do you see for Federal Bank? It is up and away 2.5% today. In the last 1 month, in fact, it has started seeing an up move, a good 10% move coming in on Federal. From here on, do you see this momentum to continue? What are the levels to watch out for?
See, overall, in the last two trading weeks, the counter have seen a very strong consolidation around the zone of 200. And in the last trading session, we have witnessed a breakout on the daily time frame chart. So on the higher end, the immediate target comes around the zone of 216 to 218, while on the lower zone, 204 to 200 kind of a zone is a very strong support for the counter. So immediately, the range is on a bullish front, and the range is approximately around 204 to 216 from a very short-term perspective. And any breakthrough above the zone of 216 can provide another 15 to 18 points of movement in the coming period. So it is advisable to stay invested in the counter. Breakthrough above 216 can give a target of nearly 230 from a very short-term perspective.
Okay, so that's the outlook on Federal Bank by Osho. But Ravinder, coming to you, Torrent Power is the stock that you've picked out for us. Tell us what the news flow is over here.
Well, as Torrent Power is in focus, where company has signed a long-term sales and purchase agreement with VP Singapore PT Limited, which is a subsidiary of Global Integrated Energy Company, for supply of up to 0.41 MMTPA of LNG from 2027 to 2026. The LNG procured under this agreement will be strategically utilized by the Torrent Power, including to operate its 2,730 megawatt combined cycle gas-based power plants, and in India, it will use in India to meet the country's rising power demands, peak demands periods support, and balancing the renewables. It will also support the Torrent Group City Gas Distribution arm, Torrent Gas Limited, growing requirement of LNG to ensure the reliable supply of gas for household, commercials and industrial consumers and CNG vehicles. So back of this, Torrent Power is approx 1.5% to trades in green.
All right, moving on then, coming to you, Osho, you've picked out a name from the realty sector. Soba is what you've picked out for us. On the charts, what do you see for Soba? You know, this counter is doing pretty well. In fact, today also it is up and away almost 6.5%. Last 5 days it has given a move of 12%. Tell us from here on, do you see this up move continue for Soba? What are the levels to watch out for?
There has been a very positive traction in the overall reality space, but coming specifically to Shobha, then this counter has seen a very strong counter trend and has emerged above the 200 simple moving average in a very recent period. But on the higher end, it is having a resistance around the same levels where it is hovering right now. 1550 to 1570 is a very strong resistance zone, and any cool off or any profit booking in the coming future towards the zone of nearly 1420 to 1400 should be auguring very well for the counter. So overall, there has been a trend reversal in this counter, and dip should be utilized to add positions in Shobha. Any breakout on the higher end above 1570 can bring fresh momentum. So if someone is already holding the position, it is advisable to stay invested from a medium-term time frame. If someone wants to take fresh position, better wait for some kind of cool off towards 1420 or 1450 odd levels. And on the higher end, any breakthrough above 1570 can provide another 1000 point of rally in a very short-term perspective.
Okay, those are levels to watch out for on Sobha. But Kanishka, coming to you, Grasim is the stock that you've picked out for us. I believe it's some fundraising news is what we've heard. Take us through that.
Right, now this Aditya Birla Group's flagship holding firm, that's Grasim Industries, yesterday announced that its finance committee has approved the issuance of non-convertible debentures, that is NCDs, aggregating to 1,000 crore rupees. The company will raise the funds through fully paid, unsecured, listed, rated and redeemable rupee-dominated NCDs. priced at 1 lakh rupees each. Now, this issuance will take place on a private placement basis in one or more tranches according to the regulatory filing that the company has filed. Now, following this development that was announced yesterday, the stock has been trading almost 1% higher in trade today.
Break. Right. With that, it's time for us to slip into a short break. But you don't go anywhere because we're coming back with some more buzzers on the other side. Stay tuned.